what's up? This is duringthe3 here, back with another video, and it is time for our top 5 of the month of February, where I counted 5 movies that I've seen that I've enjoyed the most. And keep in mind, these are movies that I've never seen before. So movies that I have seen before and that I've seen this month doesn't count. These are like first time watches, all of these 5 movies. And let's begin right away with number 5. And there was another movie on this spot before I put another movie. And I'm probably going to make a review of that movie that didn't make it to the list, because I was a big fan of that movie as well. But the movie at number 5 is a movie called Graveyard Shift, and this should not be confused with Stephen King's Graveyard Shift, which came out in 1990. This came out back in 1987, and this was the original title for this was Graveyard Shift, but after the success of Graveyard Shift, the Stephen King version, this suddenly changed the title to Central Park Drifter, because they didn't want to keep the same title as the Stephen King one. But it is a vampire flick, and I think it is very underrated. I mean, it has a pretty bad rating on the movie database for some reason. I don't really understand why, because it's not the best movie in the world, but I don't think it is the worst either. And I think if you like vampire flicks from the 80s, I really recommend this, because it has some drama and romantic things in it as well. So yeah, Graveyard Shift, also known as Central Park Drifter, at number 5. And at number 4 is a movie by a director who I must admit he's made a lot of bad movies. He's even called like the worst director of all time, which I don't agree with at all. I mean, sure, he's made really bad movies, but all of them aren't really that bad. Movies that he has directed that has been bad is probably Blood Rain and Alone in the Dark. But I was so surprised when I watched this, because I didn't expect this from this director. And the movie is called Rampage by Uwe Boll. And I know a lot of people are saying like, oh my god, Uwe Boll is the worst director of all time. But if you really believe Uwe Boll is the worst director of all time, I suggest you take a look at this movie, because I think it is might be one of his best movies he's ever made, in my opinion. And I think more people should see it. So yeah, Rampage at number 4. And at number 3 is a movie directed by the same guy who made Dead Snow. And his name is Tommy Wirkola, or Wirkola, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. But this is sort of his take in Hollywood, because it has Jeremy Renner in it, and the movie is Hansel and Gretel, the Witch Hunters, which comes in at number 3. I don't really understand why this movie didn't really do that good at the box office for some reason, and I don't really understand why, but I've heard they're supposed to make a sequel to this, which I'm really looking forward to watch, if they ever do a sequel. And I think more people should see it. I mean, it's not the best, not the worst, but I really enjoyed it, and I think there should be more movies about witches, or horror movie related stuff with witches, because I don't really think that type of genre has been hasn't been that many movies about that. So yeah, Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters at number 3. Sorry for the glare and stuff. I'm just too lazy to try to do something else right now, but yeah. And at number 2 is a movie by the same director of Hatchet, and the movie is called Frozen, which came out back in 2010. And I really like the overall thing about this one is that I really enjoy the atmosphere in this, and I really like the idea itself, or the concept itself, that they are like stuck in this lift. Really clever to come up with that. And I mean, there's some things that doesn't really make sense in the movie, but I just think the overall atmosphere, the acting, and just the idea itself just makes this movie so extremely good, in my opinion. And I think some of the effects is really cool as well. So yeah, Frozen at number 2, really good. So if you haven't seen this, check this one out. Frozen at number 2. And at number 1 is a movie which I do have in my collection, but I have it in a special edition type of thing, and the movie is called Phantasm 2, which I'm just ashamed of myself that I haven't seen that movie yet, or that I didn't see it until right recently. I must say, first of all, rest in peace, Angus Scrim. He passed away this year in January at the age of 89, I guess, and I must say I was so surprised with the sequel. I didn't really expect that, because I think the first one is a masterpiece, and I thought the sequel was equally as good as the first one, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to see part 3 and 4 as well. I don't really know how they're gonna do it with part 5, since Angus just died recently. I don't really know how they're supposed to continue with that, but yeah, that is the top 5 of the month for February, and yeah, hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and hope to see you again as soon as possible, so see you next time, bye bye. I really think in general that there should be more movies about... Fan helvete!